got your attention now, don't I?
This is the Black Rifle Coffee Podcast. Prepare to get caffeinated.
Listen, you have at least eight months of bulking right now, which is anything goes. Your flak vest, you know, you'll take anything.
That's right.
Bulking?
Yeah.
Oh,
the bulking
why don't you just
phase.
talk? We're just start the episode.
That's what I did. I started. What's bulking?
Yeah, Logan is in the bulking phase where it's just, you got to eat everything.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
See, very good analogy. Thank you, Jared.
Yeah.
It's like from the 1 month to 12 months.
Taco Bell for breakfast.
You get the body back. You work on yourself for a while.
Then you feel guilty and you go just chicken nuggets in the afternoon.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then you
What's
go
the
right
analogy
back.
of a girl of a chicken nugget? I don't know what that is.
It's
hairless
slim.
midget?
No.
I love your mustache.
Thank you.
I'm glad you shaved it.
Chicken nugget it's white meat. It's slim. It's maybe you splurge and get honey mustard, so you got the sweet dipping sauce.
You are a chicken nugget master. I believe.
Yeah. No, I
go straight for the McRib. I like some soft pork.
Yeah, but the McRib isn't always in season. You can't just go get that all the time. It's a special occasion.
It is. It's only special.
That's why Jared moved Caleb into his house.
so I can have the McRib.
The McRib is anytime he wants.
Yeah.
Did you guys tell Matt about the Caleb video that you came up with yesterday?
Were you there?
Baby Bjorn?
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to do this video for a while where we'll call it the post IPO, where it's a really close up shot and I'm just talking to the camera and I'm like, a lot of people said this was going to change me, but it hasn't. I'm still the same old me. But then as it starts to pan out, it's Caleb. He's carrying me around in like a baby carrier.
Yeah, on his chest.
Man carrier, get me the cereal. And he's like pulling things off the shelf for me and feeding me.
And he's got an ice cream cone.
You need but then you need a shelf off of your chest where you put your laptop and you're working and then he's just feeding you like a baby bird.
Yeah, just like that little tech P flip out thing.
He's presenting you things nice new ammo, like rare ammo, like 6.5 more. You're like, oh yes, we need those.
I like that. Caleb, R&R, and he starts swinging you back and forth on
Caleb, nap time, and he just starts rocking me.
They went even further last night for something that I'm even more excited about, and that's your new show.
Yeah, it's called Doing Science, where Caleb and Evan get to the bottom of science.
Okay.
Yeah.
With special guest Fauci's. It's fucking stupid.
No, it's truly just us microwaving things. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just,
Today we're gonna make hot lava, and it's just them with the rocks in a bowl. And
it's just a hot pocket.
Lava.
Yeah.
It's just rocks. We're like, I don't know, put some Texas Pete on it with some water and then put it in a microwave and watch it for a half hour,
Sounds legit.
And
is that lava?
They've measured the temperature. We got close to lava.
It's hot. We're only 3,000 degrees off. I think if we keep going, let's keep going.
Yeah, put it in for another hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show turns into which microwave is the best to achieve the closest temperature to lava.
I like that. Then it can be a microwave review show.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb made some incredible ribs last night.
Oh, dude, that dude fucking cooked.
Hey,
I get why he's
made the ribs. Well, I seasoned them. Caleb put them on the barbecue.
It's a strange position for you to try to block out Caleb's expertise in cooking to try to steal his thunder.
It was a joint project.
Okay. It was a joint project between Caleb and Jared. And
rib making.
Yeah, the meat was delicious.
I thought you said rim making.
No. But there was a lot. We overestimated the personnel to meat ratio.
So there's too much meat? Or too many people?
Too much meat.
You can never have too much meat.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, but
rib or pork? Or sorry, cow or
beef?
Beef.
Yeah.
Beef rib. Oh,
they were massive.
Oh,
really
dinosaur.
Can we do something? Because I actually, do you notice how they call it beef rather than cow? I think any animal we eat, we have to refer to its proper name. Like I'm having I guess chicken's like the only one, but I'm having a cow.
I was thinking the other day, like, I don't know why when you get your first dog, you name it, and then every other dog after that gets the same name except a number after it. Mm-hmm. So it's, I'm on George the Fourth.
Right.
Like, why is he George? Well, that's the fourth one.
Yeah. I'm looking for Bremy too right now. Yeah. I want a new dog.
Yeah. Bremy the second.
Yeah, Bremy the second.
Yeah, it's like a king.
Bremy the second. Yeah. It's like a monarchy.
Yeah.
You got to pass the name.
Not Bremy
it's like the
Jr.
Pope. You actually rename the dog to take an assumed previous name.
Well, it's also, it's two things. You're glorifying the first one.
Correct.
It's the lineage. That's your dog. No dog is ever going to compare to your first dog.
My very first dog?
No, Carl.
No, there's no.
So Carl the second, Carl the third. So it's always an ode to Carl.
Yeah. But then it's a lineage. An asshole dog, and then it's like
you take its name away, just like you take its trident away.
Yeah.
I got.
Listen, dog, we're gonna strip your name.
Dog, we are revoking your name.
So Logan actually is getting my dog, Dictator Geisha.
Because you need another dog?
Yeah. I mean,
you're going to be on the heaviest traveling year of your career and you're getting a third dog.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
walk me through the logic.
Hey, there's a plan for this. They got to go to school. They got to get recerted on the bird dog training. So, they're going
both are going to school?
Yeah, they're both going to go to bird dog school for a little bit.
Even Mabel?
No.
And then Mabel
would have an anxiety attack.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
No, Mabel's a lot better ever since
I'll wait
getting
for
at the new place.
Sometimes I jump ahead and it's wrong. Sorry.
Does your new place have a pool yet?
No.
I'm not coming over until it does.
Yeah.
I do want to introduce the audience into this glorious, lovely room that we're sitting in, which is my showroom gun vault thingy, whatever you want to call it.
It's white. There's nothing in here.
You're looking the wrong way. Behind you.
And this is
Evan came in here like a kid in a candy store, and I think
you got this with all the money you raised for your nonprofit ventures, right? This is a not-for-profit gun room, correct?
That whole wall there is New York Times bestselling author wall. That's
Sorry, I still have a little PTS when you say New York Times. I want to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, it's a cool little setting. If you're listening to this in audio, we're gonna do some podcasts in here and there, and fucking why not?
Yeah, this is a really cool room. It's taken you a long time because all of us have been wondering why you haven't had a room like this for quite a few years.
Well, I think I'm more impressed that he was able to get, like HK shells of guns that go over the top of like a Rock River AR.
Yeah.
So really it looks like they're all HKs.
Really, like, wow, look at this 416, and then you pick it up and you're like,
apart.
What the fuck?
It's all airsoft. Casings.
Like, what the fuck is this?
And then my gold Glocks that are disgusting, but I had to do that.
Golden Glocks.
Yeah.
I just picked up a Glock from Mason.
Did you?
I think it's funny because there's going to be some random comments, which, I mean, granted, we don't really read the comments, just to emphasize that. It's be like, you guys, is this some kind of flex? And it's like, not really. Like, this is just kind of the way all like your gun room has been in build for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, you outgrew your safes, and then you had to kind of move into something bigger.
It's like the square footage of most people's apartments.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that. So one of my like kind of mentors in life, John, you guys know him. He was like almost 9 years ago. But through a friend and stuff, I had seen a safe room similar to this. Mm-hmm. And it was like my goal. I was like, that's all I care about. And it wasn't until I was like, knew I had like kind of a more perma home that I wanted to invest in it. And thankfully, Liberty Safe squared me away with the vault door for this thing. And it's really badass. Nice. Because they kept like hooking it up a little bit and being kind with their safes and give us that dope pricing on those things. But they just don't hold the amount of guns that I have. And my problem was, you're like, you got a suppressor or something back here and you have to pull everything out just to grab the gun.
Yeah.
And I live on some acreage and I'm like, there's an Axis. I want to go shoot it in the face. Like I want to just be like, boom, there it is.
Right.
So first world.
I want to put that vault door as my front door.
Yeah. Freaking cool, dude.
Yeah. You should.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I think your kids would greatly appreciate that.
One of them gets stuck in it.
I like that a lot.
Well,
I believe there's like you can get out of it if you get stuck in here.
Oh, wow.
There's like a release thing on the inside.
That you can...
Like trunks.
In case you get locked in. Because that was like
Right.
a big thing. I'm like, you can't get into this structure. It is completely like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, if you get locked in, you're kind of
You gotta be
without your
luckily we have Wi-Fi in here, but if you didn't have a phone,
Right.
You should probably put just a little thing of food and water in here too, just in case.
That's kind of smart. Yeah. Just like a case of water and like a couple MREs give me like 72 hours.
Just like...
I mean,
like-
you'd have longer than that. You'd do like 8 or 9 days.
Maybe even a landline.
Yeah.
This might actually be a good time to have like a landline.
Yeah, that just goes.
Some water and a little bit.
If
like
I piss
food,
off my housekeeper, we're in here and she just shuts it, locks it. Have fun, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think that you should put like on the top shelf up here. I think you should put nothing but Chad Mendez, like freeze dried food.
Yeah.
Oh,
Peaks.
yeah.
People are like, why do you have so much?
But it's only the peak meals from Chad Mendez.
Yeah,
so it's
where
only his signature meals.
Yeah.
And every day I walk in and go,
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I chatted with him the other day.
You should have his head as that big as that wall.
Show what?
Just his head.
Oh, like do a fake taxidermy of his head?
No. Just a vinyl wrap.
Oh.
Just a giant photo.
A mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a
Or
lot.
maybe I do that wall as me as my gun bunny, or we all take like a core 4 gun bunny photo together, and that's my wall. Show a little cheek, Evan. Have a little fun.
Yeah,
Let
but
your hair down.
that for whatever reason, that photo, I know everybody loves it, but it makes me so uncomfortable for some reason. I don't know why.
Which
It
one?
just-
The
the
one
one
where
where
he's
he's like
holding
holding
a
a grenade and he's got his Davy
kidding.
Dukes on.
It makes everybody uncomfortable.
But man, it is very successful as far as like people like that thing.
I've came across it at least 4 or 5 times on like gay sites.
I like it when people meme it as if you were serious.
Oh.
Like I like when people...
they actually do that?
Oh yeah. I've seen a couple really good
it's
memes
been
out
memed
there
quite a
where
few
it's like...
times.
So I know it's a meme. I usually just see the ones like if guys post for photos like girls. What are the other ones? Like,
no,
come on, let it in.
It's like Matt Best in his like truest form,
nice.
or whatever, right? It's like
But I'm okay
they
with that.
went woke and then they did this. Like it's all that play on the fucking woke
gosh.
horse
Yeah,
shit
that's
that
2.5
people love
years
to
old.
fucking talk about, where it's just so ridiculous.
But I think it's awesome because I'll wear that get up any day of the week and fucking smoke show people on a pistol course. So like,
not everybody.
That's it. Like you're not. You obviously it's almost 2022. You don't have to be good at shooting any gun to run your mouth.
To run
like
your
you don't,
stupid
You don't even have
suck.
to own more than 2 guns to run your mouth.
You have to have zero credibility, experience, wisdom, or intelligence just to get on. Like we prove that every day.
Yeah.
Like we
people listen to this podcast and we're fucking not experts on anything.
I tell people I am. Like there's 2 things you should listen to me on, right? There's like outside of those 2 things you should like probably not, which is how to make a great cup of coffee. I
think that's very fair. You've made the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my entire life. Obviously I'm a little biased, but that is very true.
I pride myself in being able to do that. Like if you want a great cup of coffee, you should absolutely ask me. If you want to improve your split times inside the 7, you should probably ask me that one too. But outside of that, like I'm probably just guessing, If you want to make a great cup of coffee and improve your split times inside the 7, I'm your guy. But I don't know about anything else. Man, I try as I might. I tend to, make a few errors here and there,
Errors.
But I got a pretty good sub 7 yard, from the concealed draw. Even on the rusty day, it's still like 1.2, like even without even like practicing for months. So it's not and it is. It's me flexing. It is. It is. I will say, but since I went back to that,
you can't give advice on how to shoot a shotgun.
Oh man, trust me. I struggle with the shotgun. I don't know why. Like I struggle with a shotgun.
You just haven't you haven't figured it out yet. Once you figure out a shotgun, because it shoots different than a rifle and a pistol, obviously, and your leads are a little different, and it depends completely on your choke and how you're. There's a little bit of science behind it. Once you figure it out, you would smoke show it. I just don't tell you guys because I want to win every time we shoot against each other.
Yeah.
You should do a science shotgun episode with Caleb.
Where I just put it in a microwave.
Today,
see what happens.
we're going to see
We're gonna
how
load
hot
up
a shotgun can get.
We're going to load up a shotgun and put it in a
just
microwave.
put a whole box of 9mm ammunition in a microwave.
Do not do that.
I don't know because microwaves, they're activated based on moisture. So if something doesn't have any actual moisture in it, I don't know what the reaction would be with brass. We should try it.
Yeah.
Now that I think we actually should try that. A box of 9mm ammo in a microwave
with a lot of standoff.
Science.
Yeah.
For science. Where we get to the bottom of science. Yeah. I like this a lot.
Yeah, Caleb, he's going to be dressed in a lab coat and Caleb's going to be in full yellow fishing gear.
Fishing gear.
I don't think so.
The rain gear?
I think we're
gear.
both in lab coats, but I'm wearing a stethoscope, which is not really a scientific thing. And then Caleb is wearing a microscope
as a necklace.
Yeah, it's a necklace.
You have like a medical blood chart and a stethoscope.
Yeah.
That's your what? You're not a scientist.
Medical blood. This is medical blood.
Medical blood.
Medical blood.
And then we always put everything under the microscope, regardless.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's put some D batteries in pudding, and then we'll put it in the microwave.
Yeah. This was their first episode, by the way.
And then we put the pudding underneath the microscope, and we're like, look at this pudding under a microscope, Caleb. This is interesting.
This is definitely hot pudding.
I think we need to start a
and then you do the whole
subreddit
series
chat.
that says things you've never seen under a microscope, but it's something you would never even give a shit about, like a D-cell battery and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was a video I watched where like it started with like they really sucked you in. It was like, take 8 AA batteries. And you're like, oh man. And then they're like soldering together and then they tape them and then they've got resin and they're doing all this. And then after you're like 30 minutes in, you're like, what are they building? And then they just have this ball of bullshit that did nothing.
I love that.
Like, what the fuck? You'll never believe what this guy made.
Watch till the end.
You'll never believe it. And you're like, oh, this is trash.
30 minutes.
I want to do that.
Yes.
I want to do that. I want to do that. Like,
Yeah, but we
right
do it
now,
with
I
gun
want to do that
stuff.
so
See, that
badly.
could be one of the fake Fridays. Like, you can just do a fake how it's made.
Here's what you're going to need. 8 12-gauge shotgun rounds. People are like, oh, dude,
Oh my
what are they
God,
making?
this is crazy.
Oh, they just glued shotgun rounds to a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah, that's it. They fill it with like epoxy, and then it's all
like,
for
it's
like a
messy
door.
as fuck.
It's all for like a doorstop.
It's the most unfunctional reason ever.
Yeah.
And now you have a shotgun D-cell battery, epoxy, maple syrup, paperweight.
Dishwasher magnet.
I say we make this official and we all do by ourselves the content contest where we have to do a how it's made.
It's made.
Process.
I like this.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my mind works like this.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
right up you and Jared's alley.
It
I'm gonna struggle on
functions
that
in
one.
like a fucking weird world. Like as I watched that content contest with us and Matt, myself, Eli against you and Jared, I realized like ours was so much different that it was like
It was very different.
It was so much different that you would assume that Jared was part of it.
Yeah.
But I was there in spirit for you, I think.
Yes,
Like,
you were.
Yeah. I want to see what he and I would come up with if left to our own devices. And then somebody,
I think that's a contest.
and then somebody is there to work because we would just be ideating the entire time. And no, that's not true. I guess we would get it done.
No, we can do it. That's the teams next time.
If you
let's do it.
let's
Me
just
and
divide them right
Matt
now.
versus you two.
Okay.
You
for the
and,
fake how
and
it's
Matt
made. I got
Fake how it's made.
I'm all
against
over.
Jared and
Okay.
I in something.
Is it the how it's made or are we doing?
No,
I
let's
think
pick something else. Let's go a little broader.
Let's open it up. Let's just open it up. Fake commercial or a fake
product.
for a fake product
Fake
commercial.
product.
Okay.
And we have to throw in the same thing. We have to put in the same ideas. So we got to put in, here's the words that we have to use.
Okay, so we need to come up with our lines.
Right?
All right, so let's do that right now.
It has to be 30 seconds long.
For the people that don't
Minimum
know,
of 30.
So we did a
But anything over.
content contest a while back, if you don't know, and it was essentially 3 people. It was Evan, myself, and Eli versus Logan, Jared, and Richard Ryan. And we had like 5 sayings you had to say throughout the video, but it could be about anything. It was like, I can't believe
Yours,
it fits, and a couple other ones.
yours was, we're not blood related.
Yeah.
Definitely not blood related.
Definitely not blood related.
I think mine was you got to ride the lightning.
Yeah,
yours
Ride the
was,
Lightning.
This is from so I don't know where that's from.
Yeah.
I think it's from the
Civil War.
I was like, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah.
But it was fun because at the end, obviously, we saw how drastically different you guys did like a fake, like investigative documentary kind of thing. And then we did, I don't know what the fuck we made. It was something.
It was a Tiger King spoof, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay, so fake commercial. We have to include 4 lines of dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Who
4
would
lines of dialogue.
It's so dark in there.
Oh,
I like that.
wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
That's a good one. That's multi-use is what they call it. That's a multi-use.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Is that a sloth?
Ooh.
I got one. I'm not sure. Let me call Elon Musk.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is why the Ukraine's about to fall.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fucking weird. This is going to be weird.
I think I already got it.
Okay.
I got it.
I have faith in you, Logan.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like that. I like this a lot.
Okay.
Wait, so I was flipping through Instagram the other day, yesterday, day before, whenever it was, right? And one of my buddies is running for Congress in North Carolina. His name's Tony Cowden.
Tony Cowden.
I haven't seen him for 10 years. We were in Mosul together. And we talked on the phone on the way up here. He's an SF guy. It's a fucking good dude. And it was just reminded me like how much fucking fun that we would have like in our off time and like these fucking random places. Because we would go to the range and we would be shooting like 3, 4 fucking, depending on what we were doing, like we would be shooting like fucking 5 days a week because we had endless supplies of fucking ammo.
Yeah.
And if it was slow, there's nothing going on.
Shoot.
Damn, dude. So we'd bring up the Kiowas and fucking shoot out of the helos. We'd be throwing frags and shooting 40 Mike. It was a fucking good time.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Tony. I was like, do you remember that time? And he was like, no, bro. I got blown up pretty good about a year later. I
don't remember
deleted
any
a
post, yeah.
good portion of my fucking childhood memories too, or whatever. I was like, oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah. No, he's doing good though.
So if you live in Fayetteville,
yeah. He lives in...
Tony Cowden is running to be your congressman with no incumbent, and he is a perfect option.
Yeah, he's still in 19th group out there. So he's still in 19th
In
group
Virginia,
guy.
West Virginia.
Yeah, out in West Virginia, in the Guard. Like, seems like he's doing good. So go check out the Tony Cowden page.
Tony Cowden Congress.
Yes.
That would be like
TonyCowden.com.
my dream is to make a range like we had back at like a Gecko or something with the ordnance where you can just cruise out on a Sunday and be like, yeah, I'm going to throw some hand grenades, launch a couple 40 Mike, maybe take the helicopter up.
Right.
And, you know.
We need to
move to a country, maybe we get a place in a country where they make us generals in their military.
Right.
Because why wouldn't we be generals? Like,
I wonder...
Or we start our own fake...
No. We can go to an existing, you think about it, an existing military in Central South America. They would like us.
Like you're a general in Peru?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
And then you have access to everything. Oh, you need
cool.
RPG-7s? Would you like armor-piercing
the
rounds?
U.S. government would look at that.
Oh,
It'd be fine. I'm a big fan of Guatemala. I vote Guatemala.
Yeah.
Guatemala is a good spot.
That's a good...
I think what we should do, I was thinking about this the other day, where I think we should take Clint back down to Guatemala and then put him through the Guatemalan Airborne School again. Because he went through when he was like 16.
Did we talk about this story when we had him on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm not being rude and looking at my phone, but my wife is telling me that Mako is running around like a crazy person. So I think she's
That's normal.
Like outside of the property?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh,
no.
You know,
he's fine.
Yeah.
He's like a teenager. He just goes and he does his thing.
And he always comes back.
Yeah. He always
sometimes with cigarettes and smells like booze.
The last time
like a teenager.
Yeah.
we went to film that pickup for the Halloween video this year, and you guys all went down to the lake, and he followed you down there.
Oh, that's
and
true.
then he made his way back by himself.
Yeah.
And he'd never been down there before. He's a smart thing.
Smart thing.
He's probably smarter than I am.
I don't know about. Well, you are Marine.
You know what I just thought of? I can stop at HEB on the way home and get some onions and barbecue sauce and make McRibs all day.
You can.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because we have
I'm coming
all
over.
those ribs.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised you didn't bring any.
I actually kind of thought about it.
I know.
Why didn't you? That would have been such a dope gesture to show up at my house and be
I was like,
hey.
oh, should I bring the ribs? And I'm like, oh, no, that's weird.
We had a conversation in the airport because there was like a gajillion privates walking around. And they'd obviously just got through basic training and we're going home for Christmas. And then we saw 2 drill sergeants and just walked over. I was like, hey man, like started shooting the shit. And he was telling us like, you can't smoke privates. I think, what did he say? It was like infantry and like one other.
So the combat MOSs.
Yeah, combat MOSs, but he's like everything else. Like, and I'm just speaking of what was told to me. It's someone's doing that profession and interpreting it. Was like, yeah, they can't smoke privates. Like they can't, none of that shit anymore. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was actually talking about this last night, and he said that now the drill instructors just have to do the exercises with them, which is fine. You just like, dude, you just.
But they said they can get fucking complained to. Like if they're like, hey fucker, go over there now, and they could literally be like, no, that's not how you talk to me. and, you know, like it is such, and I don't mean to be that old guy, and apparently I'm gonna be, but like, are you fucking kidding me? If I would have said that shit.
Yeah. And you know what? Not in my Marine Corps. Yeah. Did you guys watch any of the Coffee or Die stuff we did about, they went to the female boot camp in California? You guys didn't watch these videos that we make for our own companies that are fucking
Of course I did.
I didn't see that.
I thought they were amazing,
like,
Logan.
no, like the ladies
really
in boot camp in California now, they get after it. Yeah. There's not really any lax standards over there.
So joining the military's sole purpose across the board is to defend America. Like you're going into an occupation that you will have to potentially go to fucking war. What are we doing?
But here's a legitimate question, which is, do we know if it actually works? Do we know that like, and I'm only throwing this out to say like, do we know for a fact
I think
that like the way that we were training
basic
trainees, AITs or advanced individual training, I don't know what the fuck they call it in the Marine Corps, like don't eat
MIT.
poop. I don't know. Like, but that's not a knock against the Marines. They're just inherent.
it is absolutely.
No, I'm truly, I've wondered this for a long time, which is you have to have a selection criteria. You absolutely have to. And if there's just a really high standard for the training and the training itself gets people to fucking bounce out because SF is like that. Nobody's yelling at you. It's just like pass condition standard. You have this much time. You either pass or fail. It's super black and white.
But there's a hole in that logic is because if you had to do something, it's big boy rules for sure. Like most of the selections that are in the tier 1 space are like, you're not getting yelled at. They're just like, do this, right? But can you imagine if an SF, I don't know what the instructors are called, but looked at him and was like, don't talk to me like that.
Green berets.
Cleared out in a fucking second. Like
they're called Green Berets. Huh? Instructors are badass. They're just called Green Berets. It's not a big deal. But
I know. I don't know if we call them RIs, right? Like I didn't know if you had.
No, I don't know. But I know what you're saying. I don't agree. A person should be able to say you can't talk to me like that because it triggers me. That's fucking ridiculous. What are they going to say that on the battlefield? Like that RPG was really close, guys, and it triggered my emotional stability. I don't know.
The shock and awe of basic training when a drill instructor is just yelling commands and you have to do them no matter what. I mean, that is conditioning your pike holders, the hey, you just have to listen to what I say. Like, and there's no question. I don't need to hear your input on the plan because a platoon leader or a platoon sergeant is not going to have privates weighing in on the plan while they're telling them to flank.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should. Like, E1 has a lot of really they've got a lot of technical and tactical.
Turns around and says why while you're telling to flank, I need you guys to flank.
Pardon me, Sergeant. I know you're saying we should have the high ground.
Leader and I was like, hey, fucking pull security on this. And my private turned around and said, why? I would like smash his face into the concrete and be like, come again?
Yeah. I mean, then that's what you're doing. You're preparing them, you're conditioning them to just blindly follow whatever is being...
I've gotten handsy with other E6s. Like, grab them and throw them on the other side of like a building because I'm like, you're fucking asleep at the wheel, man. Like I've been talking to you for like 5 seconds and you're just kind of like zoning the fuck out. Like here, go over here.
Your buddy that got shot and was working with us.
Woodring.
Pulled the commander down because he's like, get the fuck down or get shot. He took it right through his arm. The ground force commander down. I think he was the lieutenant as the PL, I think. So funny shit. Yeah, Air Force dude, JTAC got shot there.
I don't know. I would like to see a reverse process. Just try it out, which would be, let's just let the privates and the lieutenants run the military, run an actual invasion. Just see how it goes. Like the top goes to the bottom and the bottom goes to the top. It's like reverse day.
Yeah,
it's like
undercover boss.
Yeah, undercover boss, but with war. See how it turns out.
And we're just switching the boss.
Yeah, it's like one of those teenage switcheroo movies where the mom and the daughter switch.
That would be funny, like just to see how the fuck show would go, because you have like the PL and the platoon sergeant that maybe aren't as good with their motor skills on a gun because they're in command, but you just do a 180 flip on it. So you have like the privates doing like an assault on a freaking bunker or something, and they're having to run the show. That's like good TV to watch.
It would be super funny.
Not real war though. We wouldn't want that.
The Chinese are probably lobbying for us to think this is a good idea. Yeah, the Pentagon right now is thinking like, you know what, guys?
There are not enough leadership roles for privates.
And we probably have more generals today than we do privates, because it seems like at the rate they're being promoted for, they should probably have more, but it would be interesting. I'd love to see it.
And
just the privates walking around in charge.
It's the whole we don't execute for failure thing either.
Oh no!
One thing that North Korea gets right.
Let's take it even a step further. Just put the ROTC cadets and the academy guys.
Yeah, they're bottom of the barrel.
They're not even a first lieutenant or a second lieutenant. So you just put the cadets in there.
But you got to get the freshmen, like the ones that they're not even through anything.
You want day one, day zero.
I like that. Day zero.
Don't they? The ROTC, they go through like basic training in
some of them,
in like high college or whatever.
Like on summer and stuff. It's like they just go through basic training.
And then that way when they commission, they don't have to go.
And I say we get rid of like the UCMJ. So like if they like feel like they want to behead somebody, like that's on the table.
No, you add that to
like whatever punishment you want.
So I just watched last night. I watched The King on Netflix.
What is that about?
It's about such a good movie.
King Henry V. Which is a very interesting story. And I remember our good friend Jeff Perrin always quoted or always talked about that battle when the French all got stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
And old King Henry V was just like,
such a good movie. Such a good movie.
I think he's stolen valor. I think he's actually
King
Australian.
Henry V?
No, Jeff. I think he's actually Australian. I think he's been pretending to be British.
So,
and just a little something I've been cooking up.
To fill Matt in. So King Henry IV is about to die and hates his oldest son, the fifth.
Okay.
So in spite, gives his younger brother, tells him in front of the entire court that the younger one's going to be king, and the younger one is like trying to prove himself. So he's in the middle of a spout with a family member, and they're about to go to battle. And the oldest son shows up and goes up to his cousin and says, fight me in the place of your army. And the youngest son is pretty pissed off about that. But old Henry V just fucks that dude up.
Really?
One-on-one in front of both armies.
That's dope. It's like at a Troy.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
And then the dad king was like, well, shit, you've got a backbone. So I need you to roll in on this. And then
that was after he died. Right?
Yeah. Then the fourth dies, and an assassin from France shows up, which obviously is an act of war. So King Henry V fucking rolls in with his army and starts fucking France up. And then finds out later that the assassin was fake.
Yeah, there's a lot of twists
one of his, and you got to think about back in that time, like
you're not very investigative. It's word of mouth.
Yeah, but it's such a power. Everybody is like running to be the top guy that apparently we've all said is we've denoted one family. Okay, you're the king. It's your bloodline. That's it. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. It's
I don't
hilarious.
think that they did that. I don't think that it wasn't like a democratic thing.
No, at some point
it was power, and it was they assumed control, and then once they assumed control, they kept control through fear and intimidation and violence. Like that's how they kept control. Yeah. And then if you wanted to dethrone them, like it was typically from somebody inside the family, because the family still had the power. Yeah. So it was coming from inside, because it's not like some village blacksmith can raise an army. Yeah. Like it's fucking impossible.
Well, Spartacus did.
Okay. Did he? I don't actually know.
He wasn't a blacksmith, but he raised an army and
was that a real story?
Revolt. Yeah, Spartacus. Yeah, he led the slave revolt.
Cool. Well, that's
and
different.
It was Julius Caesar
that had on your history?
Had to defeat Spartacus.
He's stopped drinking, and so
yeah, there's a lot more time.
There's a lot more time.
But it's also like there's a lot of fucking really interesting shit. Like King Henry V had his best friend and his cousin beheaded because he found out that they were trying to use the church by challenging his lineage to even get the throne. And they didn't know he knew that. So he showed up one day and was just like, hey guys, can both of you step forward? And they thought they were like getting an award or something because they're his little buddy and his cousin. And he's like, you're going to be beheaded tomorrow. And winks.
Oh, man.
And they're like, yeah, they show this in the movie. It's on Netflix. It's just one movie, so we can get through it in a
just one?
Yeah, just one movie.
One movie.
It's not a series. Well, you say Netflix is like, is that 10 fucking episodes? Or is that one?
It's one movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's one movie.
I'll give it a watch. I'll give it a watch.
And the lead is Timothy, I can't pronounce
Leary.
I can't remember.
Timothy
Tim Leary.
Leary's coming back in a big way. The same kid from Dune. That was good. Real good one.
Something I have been doing because I'm at the ranch, so there's not really
much to do.
You can't really watch TV at all. And I was watching Fargo, the series, which I think I've mentioned before. It's incredible.
Yeah, you said you like that.
It's really good. It's really good. But
what is it about?
It's about this history of organized crime.
Okay.
It kind of led to the one movie where we recognize it as just the one movie. It was a Coen Brothers film. I think it was shot like 2010, 2009.
Fargo? No, it had to be like
earlier.
Way before that, 1999.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
That was 90s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like 98.
But then what it does is it weaves
96.
the previous narratives together and the history leading up to those events. Like it's full of like organized crime and hitmen, and it's a very good story. I think the Coen brothers still have a part of it too, where they're directing or at least contributing to it. So there's multiple seasons of this, and it's fucking incredible. It's really good. But because I'm at the ranch, I sleep every night.
5 seconds. Oh.
Sleep? No, I don't even try. It's just ridiculous. You just don't even try. It's stupid. But I have to listen to audiobooks in the evenings to go to sleep. That's the way I roll. The Gray Man series. So I called our friend Jack Carr because I'd read all of his books. And I said, I need a recommendation because I love your books and I don't know fiction. So can you give me a recommendation? He's like, yes, Gray Man series.
Gray Man series?
Yeah, it's called The Gray Man.
You're the second person that just mentioned this in a week.
Fucking good, man. Yeah. It's really good.
It's on audiobook?
Yeah, it's just, you can read it or audio or whatever. But there's a lot of them and the writing is pretty good. And it's about this, it's obviously fiction. And it's so ridiculous because this guy just gets beat to shit all the time. He's like shot and stabbed. And it's kind of that standard, spook folklore where guys can just take so much
John
pain.
Wick,
it's like John Wick type stuff.
You do like a little progression of two scenes and all.
Dude, you know what? That's funny. Like, because the movie the King, this is the first time they kind of show what we think those battles were like. Whereas like, it wasn't, you sword fighting 60 men. It was like, you hit each other in armor and got to the ground and stabbed each other with little knives through the armor. Like, and it was all like ground
They got those
wrestling.
like hammers. Like,
yeah, because like they're in this armor and like, dude, you're gassed after 2 people. Like you can't, like you're at muscle failure swinging a broadsword.
No.
True.
So it was all like going to the ground and like trying to get under the armor with little daggers and shit. Like it was wild.
That makes a lot more sense. I mean, it'd be kind of cool just if like a time machine. I would go back and watch some of the most iconic.
I have a theory, by
that
the
would be
way.
fucking crazy.
I think that if we do crack time travel, the first thing that is going back is going to be a drone. So if we figure it out, like obviously we're not starting out with a human.
Sure.
So it's
you
like
send a drone back.
Yeah, you're sending a drone back. So it's like, could you imagine that room when they figure out how to send something back in time? It's like, okay, where are we sending the drone first? Like, what do you pick first?
Dude, there's some, I mean, that's hard. Like, hey, do you want to go check out some dinosaurs or we can go check out the Battle of Gettysburg?
I know, it's like, could you imagine that argument of scientists?
Where would you go? That's a good question. Where would you go?
First? Yeah, like if it was all of us sitting in a room and...
But it's the drone. You get to send the drone back in view. And
we're sending the drone.
Caleb, did you know? With Black Rifle Coffee's Coffee Club subscription, you can get fresh coffee shipped to you every month. What? You don't even have to go to the store. Whoa. You don't even have to leave your bed. What? Wow. How did you get in here?
You might want to go ahead and join the Black Rifle Coffee Club subscription before one of these guys shows up at your place.
Oh, that's tough. I'd want to see Troy. I'd watch the Battle of Troy. Because that kind of meets a number of criteria. Like, number one, how accurate is the story that we were told? Number two, what are the numbers? Because still, like, everything's kind of exaggerated. Even in our day and age, like when you tell stories of battle, you make them much grander. So it's like, what how many troops were there actually? How many people actually fought? And then what did that fighting look like? Really? Like, because I mean, to me, like that whole concept too is like, you have thousands of people that are marching to fight for what? An argument that two kings are having over a chick?
Yeah, but I mean, it was still fueled by money back then.
Yeah.
Like, think about all the conflicts I would have got into.
So Troy, where do you go?
Where do I go?
Where do you send the drone? And you get 1 hour of high definition footage.
1 hour.
That's it, 1 hour?
Yeah, the drone is there for 1 hour. You can operate it, so you can move it.
Okay. I mean, I got two. I can't just pick one. But for sure, going back to ancient Egypt to figure out how the pyramids were built. Like,
solid one.
Like, that's one of the biggest mysteries of all time. And architects still to this day do not know how it was done. And there's just so many crazy theories that my brain has to know.
Aliens.
The second would be to go right back before the proposed Younger Dryas mass cataclysm event. I'm super curious as to whether or not there was actually a meteor that struck.
That's a good call.
The North Pole area and like completely changed the world. And what the world would have been like prior to that. Like maybe Atlantis was a thing.
Right.
And then it got wiped off the map.
That's exactly, I was going to say, like, during like whatever Jurassic period you want, but I don't know exact timeline, but go back. You spend like 30 minutes looking at dinosaurs. I'd like to see what the landscape looked like. And then that last hour or like last 10 minutes, would be the mass extinction event to see if an asteroid was the reason that, we get to drive cars with dope.
Dude, how wild would it be if you roll back to like the Jurassic period and you see fucking flying things and all this shit? You're like, wait, did we go to the future? Like, you're 38 million years back. You're like, what?
Well, you'd be like, what is that? A thunder chicken? No, it's a velociraptor. Why does it have feathers? Because we were lied to.
Right. Where do you go?
Well, I go back billions to see what the Big Bang, if it actually was the Big Bang, like all the way to the beginning. It's the biggest mystery of all, right? So where do you come from?
Yeah, but you only have an hour, so it's like even in the theories. Yeah, but you could if you. Well, also too, think of it this way: you have to punch in a period in which you're sending this.
So you're telling me that my hour isn't possible. You guys are talking about like finding the exact time when an extinction event happened. You only have an hour.
I'm up for the Big Bang theory.
Man.
I want to like
but the thing is I think reality, you're looking at something like Mars until something happens and it starts slowly.
He's saying at the event. And
I'm saying
in an hour
worth
of time, space, like that's a lot.
We're talking about a lot of time, but we're not.
Okay.
Like what was here before? What do we estimate? It's like four. The Earth is what? The 2.5 or 4 billion years old, give or take. Who cares? Several billion years old. So come back before the Earth was the Earth. What was here was just blank slate, space.
That is
fucking
really,
who knows? Huh?
It was just empty.
Oh, so you're so you know.
Listen,
I think this is like some dude's closet.
Look, listen. I know I'm just a Marine, but I have a pretty good theory on the whole Big Bang thing, and it seems very simple to me. But
I don't know. Okay. You should say I was a Marine, and this is my theory on the Big Bang, and I'm 100% positive.
You should, based on my Marine Corps experience. This is the case of what happened. But if you think about the infinity symbol, right? And energy is never created or destroyed. So at one point, there had to just be a huge black hole that swallowed everything up until there was nothing else. And then it imploded on itself, and that was the Big Bang.
Yes and no. I mean, theoretically and scientifically, that's not what it's pointing to. But the biggest thing, to his point, what I like is like, what was there before? Like, what created the energy, right? You can hypothesize over the fact that we believe the opposite of a black hole is a white hole. So the inversion of a black hole, which sucks all matter, even light through it, there is a focal point that explodes out. And one of the leading hypotheses is saying that the reason for the Big Bang is a white hole, meaning the inversion effect, for lack of a better term, of a black hole. But then you start thinking about, why the fuck is there even energy? And what the fuck was in space before space and dark matter? Like, what is emptiness? Like, true emptiness.
That's like that.
We're saying the same thing.
Say a trillion years from now, all the stars will be burnt out.
Well, yeah,
and everything.
Space,
so it's like
space and our understanding of time is expanding so fast that there will be a point. The Earth will be far gone by then. But hypothetically, you go in the future, you would see no stars, you would see nothing, because everything is so expansive that the universe dies, essentially.
Yeah. No, it burns out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It dies. Burns out, however you want to.
Yeah. White holes are responsible for everything.
This is weird.
That is a
even
theory.
Conceptualize. Like, it's hard to wrap your brain around. Like, what was
it's not possible.
It's
not possible. You're trying to articulate the universe's power using a human brain.
Yeah.
And it's just not possible. It's like you'd have, and that's what's possible with, I think, technology and the combination of experience and intelligence is combining all of that with AI, regardless of whether or not you think it's going to destroy us or not. It's the only way that we can evolve past a certain point to be able to comprehend and then define these things in order to survive as a species into the future. That's just the only way. Because there's only a finite amount of power that we can even harness from our own gray matter, which is limited folds, which is you need infinite folds of gray matter plus an automated technology system that continues to solve the problem past human capacity. That's the only way we can do it. There's no other way we can do it. You can't do it with one.
Yeah.
It's not possible. But my point in this was I want to go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to see it.
I want to go back. Like all the way back. And then maybe it's just black.
Well, that's
and it's
what
boring
I mean.
as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
But you don't know. You don't know.
I have a question for you. This will just thought-provoking, and I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion. So if right now someone said
it's post and she's hot,
right?
It's
if she has tits, it's a woman. Would you go back? It would end your life, but you would have let's just your Matthew McConaughey. You got to go back and see if there is you get to know everything. Let's just put it phrase that way. You know if there's multi-dimensional universe, you get to understand. But the second you understand that, you get an hour of understanding, and then you're dead. You're gone, and that happens right now today. So the choice is to not understand, live your life, have what you believe you think is a meaningful relationship with the people you love and your family, or you get to know. So there's
know everything and then immediately die.
An hour later.
An hour later, you get an hour. So you just get this that's what this is. And then it's
we kind of had that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's
when you guys kissed, you finally found the meaning of life.
Yeah.
When it was like a moment when you guys were taking the trash out.
Not your human brain's interpretation of it. You get to know.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah.
No?
No.
I can't really.
If you can't do anything with the knowledge, what's the point?
What's the point?
It's I can't.
So
you can't do anything with it.
You would, but you could, the counterpoint to that would be what? So you live another 30 years
have kids.
And then you die? Huh?
You don't have kids. You don't understand. You can't leave them.
Well, that's what I figured.
You can't leave them. So because they are the meaning of life, because it's, love and then sharing, in these loving, true relationships with your family and your, your children are the most important thing beyond your life, beyond any form of capacity that you have to understand love or emotion or the meaning of life. they supersede all of that. And so it's irrelevant. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that have scientific brains and they would say, it doesn't really matter and I don't really care and I just need to know the meaning. And they would make that decision. But like, I'd rather just have the rest of my life, like spend time with my kids.
I see that.
Yeah.
That was a profound statement, the meaning of life. Kids. That was very.
I have an announcement.
Yeah. Are you pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Opposite, actually.
Did
you see some muscles in my stomach?
Really?
Called abdominal muscles.
You're in love with Logan.
I'm in.
Let's just keep guessing.
All right, let's keep guessing.
Hey, this announcement. What do you think it is?
Caleb and you are starting a sushi restaurant.
I mean, sounds like a really good idea.
I like that idea.
An alcohol establishment.
No.
A bar.
No. It's something. I'll give you guys a hint and we'll go around again.
No, I get one more.
Okay, you get one more. You get one more.
You and Caleb are trying for a baby.
Yes. In the sushi restaurant.
Yes,
in the sushi restaurant.
Not
while serving drinks.
Caleb and I aren't the ones getting pregnant. We just there's 3 females in the house and it's kind of a toss-up.
Some of them getting heat. That's the way it works,
we're going tribal. That's the announcement. You're just going to start
you're telling me this whole time on your period, I thought they were just in heat.
Okay, the hint is, it's something, I'm setting something up that all 3 of you will be able to benefit from if you choose to.
So you're building a structure at your house.
No.
Does it involve, can we ask questions? Can we
Sure, we can play this game.
Is it a location or like an event?
Does it
no location, no event.
A machine?
Yes.
Wow.
You're going to have a robot install fake titties on your back.
You built me a sex robot, and then you told my wife I was cheating at
and we all get to share it.
And we all get to participate in this.
These are all really good
anytime we want. Like we get to get on those things. You know what I mean?
These are all really good Christmas ideas.
Okay, Matt, why do you look so down? I left Logan's sleeve in the sex robot.
I left Logan's sleeve.
Does it fly?
No.
Does it drive fast?
Nope.
Whoa. It's a machine.
It's something all 3 of you, I would say a 99.99% chance you're going to take advantage of this because it's something that you will want.
AI. You got some AI thing that you're doing.
Is it a shotgun reloading station?
No.
Damn it.
Did somebody say robot yet?
No.
You said it was a machine, right?
No,
or is it mechanical?
No, does it involve a machine?
Oh, does it involve a machine?
Well, yes, a machine has to make it.
Oh, that's different. Okay. We're all off. We're back on. Machine has to make it.
Oh, man.
Are we ready for the answer?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I have been in touch with a minting agency in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am creating a 1-ounce silver coin that looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean gold piece on one side, and then on the other side it has the trading company BRCC logo that I made in reference to the Boston Tea Party, and so it'll be a 1-ounce silver piece that you can purchase as many as you want.
Interesting.
To keep physical currency on hand just in case we experience, an attack from China or all the banks go to zero.
Didn't see that coming. Like we could have been here for fucking 12 hours.
You're essentially starting a precious metals company.
No. I just designed a coin that the precious metals company will allow you to order as many as you want once it's minted.
Is this like the Franklin Mint? Are you working with them selling like custom painted plates and shit? Listen, this limited edition plate with a picture of me on it.
Dude, he would make the best precious metal commercial at all. Are you hungry for investment?
The setup fee for your own custom coin is $600. So
that's
if you
crazy.
want your face
that's the mill
on it, yes.
Oh my God.
If you want your face on a silver piece, $12.
No.
Yes.
1 ounce silver?
1 ounce
dude.
Silver coin, $12.
I want to do this. That's a cool giveaway.
That's what I
it's
said.
a real silver coin. It's like,
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make
I'm going to have 5 and I want to create a coupon code that just makes your order free. And when someone does something really cool for us or something, it's like, here's your 100% silver coin.
Right.
That's a coupon code.
Pretty cool.
I'm going to do like a Odin's coin, I think. Like Viking, like a Viking coin. Yeah.
Interesting. You're into Viking stuff, huh?
Well, I'm actually going to get I'm going to have a treasure box made, and I'm going to have my own treasure box.
I'm going to put a treasure box in my safe room, and it's going to have silver coins.
I think that's a cool Christmas present too. Like if you have like high-end gifts, like 500 silver pieces in a treasure box.
Dude, that's cool.
That's badass.
Yeah. I want my coin on one side to say "You're fucking cool" or "I fucking like you."
Right.
Or your head. You make them have a coin of your face.
Yeah.
Are you going to say, is yours going to say like Till Valhalla or something on it? Or like, something really like, something like Separate
Tyrannus.
Yeah, I like that.
Both. Well, I'm going to mix it.
You're going to mix it up?
Yeah, Till Valhalla.
And just have a picture with a Tyrannosaurus Rex on it?
And it's half operator, half Viking.
That's cool.
It's like right down the middle, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is one side. It has that on there.
Yeah. That's from the Indian Trading Co. or
South
something
India,
like that. Yeah.
South India Sea or India something trading company.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, we have silver pieces. I think it's fun.
I think it's incredible.
Yeah, it took me a second to get why you said we'd be into it. Because if the milling cost is $600 for a silver coin like that, or the tooling, however you want to say that, that's great.
Once the tooling's done though, and the more you buy in bulk, the price goes down.
Like, right. Dude, that's true.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this idea.
Yeah.
That's good because if we all got them made, it'd almost be like Monopoly money. So if someone got all four for like some epic thing, because that's what I've always wanted. You get to send someone so like cool and do epic shit in the community because you see it a lot and you're like, I'm not going to mail you a bag of coffee. Like that's not the coolest thing ever.
100 silver pieces. To a friend. Yeah, like that's a cool gift. Like in a badass little box.
What about 100? That's $1,200. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, a good friend.
Okay.
We should institute like the old like mail program too, to where if you send one of those in to us, we'll give you you can buy coffee with them.
Sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like you could basically start a currency-based system inside the BRCC customer base.
Yeah.
How much is an ounce of gold?
I mean,
isn't that like $800?
Yeah, troy ounce is probably what, 1,400 right now?
Yeah, I think it's over 1,000 for sure.
Yeah, but still, you get some of those.
You get like one gold coin.
Yeah.
I used to have Krugerrands.
I mean,
that
we
I lost.
could start
a chain.
We could start a fucking. We can start our own. What are those called?
NFTs.
Well, the other one, the money one.
Mm-hmm.
What are those called? Crypto.
Yeah,
the money one.
Oh, yeah,
the money one.
You could start our own.
I think all of us.
We could call it Instructor Earl.
We're in a really good position to start something that we literally know nothing about. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, NFT specifically and crypto because
we should just dive right in.
Idiot. On this.
Yeah. Richard would probably know.
Why not?
Yeah,
Richard's been going down the rabbit hole on that for
a long
years.
Time.
Yeah, he's been very involved in that entire process. I put him in touch with this guy that I know that's also involved in that. And I was on the phone with both of them.
And you had no clue what they were saying?
No, they were talking fucking gibberish. Like it sounded like
you were as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
But now I understand. I understand when people, when you're talking in acronyms, like military acronyms all the time, when people are just sitting there going, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. You guys are talking about op orders and SMEAC and crazy ass shit. Like, what are you guys referring to? The J sock, T sock, used to sock, all the socks. It's like, I got a pair of socks. I got a jock sock and a fucking fob sock and a sock and who knows what,
I'm still stuck on the long-tailed cat with a room full of fucking rocking chairs. That's a funny UCS just called Scared Kitty.
Scared Kitty.
It's nervous with the anime eyes and there's just grandmas and rocking chairs all around.
Bro, I can't take credit for that one. That was on the Jubilee episode of the animated X-Men. And Rogue said it to Wolverine.
So random.
Yeah, she just goes, I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I know. I've never...
Into memories.
I feel like I'm getting to know Jared again because I've known drinking Jared for almost 10 years now. And this is 6 months of relearning. 7.
Yeah. You haven't had any... Have you had a drop?
No. I haven't even tasted it.
I was so proud of you the other day because I was talking to somebody. Matt and I were out in Manchester at the Black Rifle Coffee Christmas party with all the employees out there. Awesome time.
Okay.
And the head of HR, who's a great guy, I out there. He's a former Marine, retired Marine. He was like, yeah, I've been sober for several years. And I was like, man, Jared has been sober for 7. I was like, at that point, I think I was like, he's been sober for like 6-7 months. And I thought, man, that's really commendable. Like, it's very commendable. Like, that long without alcohol, especially, you're hitting it pretty hard.
I mean,
you're hitting it pretty hard.
When I stopped, I was at half gallon of Tito's a day.
A half a gallon?
Yeah. I could finish one off.
Well, and that doesn't even count. When we go over there, you'd be watching the White Claws just flow down like I drink LaCroix. Like, it was fucking nuts. It was hard for me to keep up with the water. Like, I could barely keep up.
You're drinking White Claws.
I think
I'm overhydrated.
It was like a vodka, the White Claw on top of it.
I was filling the big cups, the big frigs that we have. I do 6 or 7 of those a night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah.
You look fucking awesome. Like, in all seriously, you look fucking awesome.
It's just a little bit weird how you're complimenting like that. No, he does. He looks great.
Well, he wore that shirt when he came in inside today, and I was like, "Damn, dude, because just lean. I don't like check your body out a lot. Well,
yeah,
quite often I do.
Oh yeah,
it's those new bamboo
you've seen my gun bunny photos.
Yeah, but I'll show Matt what I showed you.
It's easy to show your shirtless photo right now.
No, I mean, it's a video, but it's bad.
I like it.
Oh God,
it's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
That one and the photo that I put in our group thread when you were Tammy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, I love that photo. I love that photo.
That's a good picture. I like that picture.
Yeah, Hoffman, we got to make sure we put that up.
Put the Tammy photo up.
Tammy photo.
Tabby Cat Tammy.
Yeah.
Tabby Cat Tammy.
Yeah, she has a lot of tabbies.
Yeah.
I figured out what I'm going to do for my fitness programming ongoing after this. So one of the DMT journeys that Jared took me on, I saw us in space and I can't get rid of this image in my head. And so I'm also on the nonprofit guys over in Salt Lake City there.
Oh, yeah.
Dwight, Aaron Blevins. Yeah. I got their space programming. And so my whole mentality is I'm just getting ready to go to space.
Oh, that's awesome.
Someday. I'm just going to stay.
I imagine it's going to come on our table.
That when it's time, I'll be ready to go to space.
Ready to go.
Yeah. See, you keep saying, and this is a very odd thing. He sees me with him in space, but the visions I keep getting is stay the fuck away from space. Like space is where the road ends.
Really?
Like, for me, yeah.
Oh, scary.
So I've made the decision now. Even if given the option, I'm not going because he keeps telling me, do not go on that one.
Maybe
Weird.
you guys get in a fight up there. You somehow convince him to go against it. And there's a space murder that we have to solve right now.
In my Ibogaine trip, I had a very, very profound space thing, and it was awful.
I think that we're going to have to save the world at some point.
Via space.
Like Armageddon, but we're Bruce Willis's.
How do we get chosen in that?
You have to go because we're going to save.
Well, yeah, at that point, I mean, there would be a point where I'm like, all right, fuck it. But, maybe the first one I skip.
Yeah, maybe the first one.
But
there's just going to be multiple opportunities for you guys to go to space.
Bro, you never know. I mean, there's one day we didn't have airplanes, and 30 years later, there's we can fit 300 people in them.
Right.
Well, we're getting pretty close to standard civilian travel to space.
We're getting close.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's one of those fast slopes where it's we're in that slow period, and then all of a sudden they'll crack the gravity code or something, and then it's we could build these things really easily.
The code of gravity.
Boom, 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 boom.
Good old code of gravity.
Yeah,
it is possible. Yeah. I think it's very possible.
To figure out gravity? Yeah. I think there's technology out there.
Right.
There has to be. Gravity is a thing. It's tangible. There's
an opposite. There's always an opposite.
There's always an opposite. So it's harnessing the energy.
If we were able to create or manufacture or synthesize something that was the opposite of gravity, then we could
a gravity sail, almost like we capture the wind, but we're capturing it for power.
I feel like that's how we're all going to die, is some scientist is going to make a gravity machine, throw us off the orbit with the sun, and we're going to slowly just start circling away. We'll live for a while because of the atmosphere, but once we get out of the sun We're just going to slow freeze.
That would be real slow.
That would be real. Well, depending on how fast we got.
Thousands of years slow, because I mean,
we should invite smart people on this podcast so they could tell us about how fucking stupid we are.
Whatever. I mean, if Sweden like all of a sudden opened up a black hole, we would never know. It would just be like lights out all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay.
Though. It's like, I mean, what was the last thing they invented? The Volvo?
Yeah, something like that.
What the fuck are they going to do?
Well, it's been a fun ride today.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah. Well, I like ending these like this. Yeah. This is perfect.
Yeah. The Sweden Volvo.
Yeah, the Sweden
Thanks, guys.
Volvo.
Yeah. Bye.
That concludes today's training. Any questions?